belongs to the Timberwolves in this one as we bring you a Western Conference matchup here live from the Target Center in Minneapolis. Very excited to bring you this edition of our NBA broadcast here on 2K Sports. Clark, Doris, and Steve are with me. This is Kevin Harlan, and welcome to our broadcast of the NBA. You look at the Rockets. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
You know, guys, I think they've gotten into this team's head a little bit. They've had their way with them in each of their previous meetings. And we'll see if they can maintain that edge and take it to them again.
And I don't think it's just a mental edge, Steve. They've certainly enjoyed that, but physically, they've had a pretty good edge as well. They've been the stronger team in those earlier games, and they've been the more aggressive team, too.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Garrett in at point guard. Scola out there with Odom. Then there's Martin, and it's Williams at the 3 slot. And for the Timberwolves, Michael Beasley and Kevin Love, they're in the forward positions. Luke Ridnour and Wesley Johnson in the backcourt. And it's Randolph in at the 5. Home in the paint. Blocked. Here's Minnesota. This is the second time they've matched up against Houston.
Yeah, and remember that matchup. They got in serious foul trouble. It really took them out of their game. They lost their rhythm. They had to kind of change their rotation a little bit. And they just never found their groove.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. In terms of their defensive attitude coming into this one, he said, "We've been protecting the rim very well at that end of the floor, and that's something I want to see continue today." Guys?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. Clark, what's your take on that?
I like the mindset they're coming in right now. I think it's the right mindset. A strong defensive effort from them today. I mean, I think it's essential.
Steve?
Well, no question. If they can have success defensively, they're going to create some offensive opportunities for themselves in transition.
Steve alluded to the problems they had keeping their starters on the floor when they last faced this team.
Yep, there was some unnecessary fouls here and there that added up. I mean, and it was something they really ended up regretting.
And the second free throw, good.
What a year Lamar Odom had last season for the Lakers. At times starting, but also coming off the bench when Andrew Bynum was healthy. But he had a terrific year shooting the ball, about 53% from the floor and almost 40% from the three-point line.
Scola against Love. The baseline jam. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Love. Just talking about Odom, 40% from deep is out of this world for a guy his size.
I love Lamar's versatility, Kevin. I mean, and adding that three-point shot, being more efficient from out there, just helps him be more effective as an all-around player.
And Beasley gets it to go on the assist from Wesley Johnson.
So many things that this guy can do with the ball.
Here's Scola. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Now, you have to love the vision to find the open man and get him the ball. Well, the Timberwolves were one of the worst teams in the NBA last year. Playing in that Western Conference is tough. They went just 7-45 against conference foes.
Shots good from Love.
And how much do you love to see the big fella knocking down that three there, guys?
Scola inside, working on Randolph. Here's Garrett. Again, the Rockets score. Well, for a team like that, Steve, struggling like the Wolves did last season, the Western Conference, not exactly a forgiving place. Clark, that's just amazing. Just 7 wins with 45 losses within their conference.
Yeah, and you've got to start looking at yourself as a player. I mean, you can't make excuses. Everybody on the team has to certainly try to get better. You do look at the talent level and see where you can improve that. Sometimes losing can create friction and finger pointing, but the only way to get better is to hold yourself accountable and take responsibility.
And slam down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purpose.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill, impressive.
Swiped away. Here's Williams. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ridnour kicks to Beasley. Guarded by Odom. Beasley inside, guarded by Odom. And that one is good by Beasley.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and he's been tough to play straight up.
Randolph grabs the board. Minnesota in the lead. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Well, you want to talk about struggling offensively, but no matter how good you are at the other end, if you can't score, you can't win.
Yeah, that's a great point, because so often we talk about defending, winning championships. Defense makes it happen. Well, the game is about putting the ball in the basket, and if you're bad at that, you're not going to win a bunch of games. I can tell you that for sure.
32 points for him last game against Dallas. Clock at 6, lets it fly, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 8.
You know, a recipe for disaster, Kevin, is letting him get that free near the basket.
That's just horrible decision. You got to be more patient with the ball.
He's guarded by Johnson. 8 points for him. Here's Garrett. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Man, oh man, oh man. For a guy who's not the biggest player.
Rockets foul. First personal foul, team's first. Substitution on the court.
Here's Ridnow. 6-point game. Johnson left side. Randolph against Scola. Left side, Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Ridnour with it. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Odom against Love. Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it. Love outside. Beasley launches a 3. Gets it to go. Beasley's got 15 points.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, come on, you got to understand who you're defending.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Garrett, he's in at point guard. Terrence Williams is out there with Odom. Then it's Scola, and it's Martin in at the 2. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. In third, the Rockets.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game. When you look at the Houston Rockets, always the Rockets have been a tough team on the road. I mean, last season, even though they missed the playoffs, you know, they had the 11th best road record in the league at 18-23.
Here's Randolph. Second chance shot. Blocked again. Rockets trail by 6. Martin kicks it to Odom. He's guarded by Ridnour. Garrett. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. Well, when you think about the Rockets, such a scrappy team. Steve, are you surprised that they've been successful on the road?
Well, they're a tough team. They have smart veterans. They play hard every single night. So it doesn't surprise me. I mean, this is a club that's very capable. And I thought Rick Adelman did a nice job with that team, having them prepared and ready every night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Webster comes in for Wesley Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Luke Ridnour. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Houston. Lee comes in for Kevin Martin. Beasley the screen. And Webster kicks to Beasley. Fades back for rebound by Patterson.
You know, when you take a look at Michael Beasley and his numbers from last year, he added 4 points to his point-per-game average from 15 up to 19. He's got nice range, and I think he's going to continue to be an outstanding scorer.
And here's Rubio. And Webster kicks to Love. Patterson on him. The feed now to Rubio to stop the run. Shot is off. And the Rockets going the other way now. And for Michael Beasley, a natural power forward, but Steve, with his shooting, he can probably play at the 3.
Yeah, a little bit of a tweener. You know, he can play 4. He can play 3. I think there are times when there's a mismatch on the offensive end of the floor because he's so difficult to cover. The key for Beasley is just the consistency on a nightly basis, particularly at the defensive end of the floor.
And the dunk by Scola. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Outside, Randolph feeds it to Webster. Now, here's Rubio. D right on him. Bunny shot. Nice shot by Randolph. Randolph's got his first 2 points of the night.
And now 6 of their last 10 points from mid-range.
Yeah, jump shot really serving these guys pretty well.
We figured it was just a matter of time before Mikal found his way back to a sideline. I mean, he just has too much love for the game and wanted to be in the middle of the action, so he couldn't stay away too long.
Well, getting back to Mikal, it'd be very interesting to see what he can do, as this will be the first time out of the Timberwolves franchise. So a second opportunity for Mikal. And I think his strength is actually coaching. I think that's what he's best at. So this could be a very good fit for him and for Houston.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Love. Johnson comes in for Michael Beasley. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And the Timberwolves call time.
Well, the Timberwolves are hoping that they've found some answers at the point guard position. The veteran Luke Ridnour really played a steady role for them a year ago. But Johnny Flynn, the top draft pick in 2009, missed almost 30 games and really struggled on the court.
Johnson outside, launches it, and the shot is good. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, it's been back and forth. Really good battle here.
Yeah, real strong battle, guys, and it looks like it may come down to which team has the ball last as far as who wins.
Now for the Timberwolves, the answer to their playmaking needs, a point guard, Steve and Clark, may have arrived in the form of rookie Ricky Rubio, joining the team from Spain.
Well, and it's got to be a relief, Kevin, for the Minnesota fans to see the former number 5 pick in the 2009 draft finally in uniform for the Timberwolves. Scoring is still a question mark for him, but his passing, court vision, and flair, all of that is unquestioned.
Unloads from 9. Again, the Rockets score. Another steal.
A fantastic steal. He knew exactly when to jump into that passing lane. Well done.
From about 19 feet. No good off the back of the rim.
Another board, just continuing to add to that big rebound margin.
And it's a bit ironic, guys. I mean, you would think the score wouldn't be so close the way they're dominating the glass, but this one is still in the balance.
Here's Garrett. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That's just a beautiful fast break.
Definitely. Textbook all the way to the nice finish at the rim.
Minnesota calls timeout.
You know, the Rockets have tried to be as efficient as possible acquiring talent on the cheap. I mean, trying to be really economical there. Their whole philosophy has been to acquire undervalued players. Quite possibly their thinking is they can facilitate a trade for a difference maker.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Brad Miller, he's checked in for Randolph. Love comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Beasley in for Webster. Houston also making some changes. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Hayes. Odom comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Martin in for Courtney Lee. Tipped away.
And nice swipe there. You can see.
Boy, he's got enough hang time there to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now, here's Ridnour. Backing down is Beasley. They need this. And it's Miller missing.
Well, not a bad effort there.
He'll usually knock that one down.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Luke Ridnour picks one up.
You know, guys, after 4 seasons with Coach Adelman at the helm, the Rockets front brass decided to go in a new direction this offseason. A little bit surprising because of Rick Adelman's respect and success around the league. A bold move for a franchise, not afraid to think differently. I think Adelman did a great job helping that team overachieve, though.
And, Steve, you know, Adelman wasn't in favor of the new direction that the front office wanted to go with the Rockets.
Well, that disagreement had to be a big reason they parted ways, because the front office was not very specific about exactly what they wanted to do. But I guess we'll find out soon enough here in the years to come.
Poked loose. Here is Ridenour. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. He dishes it to Beasley. Over Buttinger. No good on the buzzer beater. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. He'll come right back from Minneapolis.
The Rockets, 46.
It's Friday night, and you got a date with the Ed. The Bobcats in a tight one against the Orlando.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Rockets leading by 11. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Minnesota, Luke Ridenour and Wesley Johnson in the back. Michael Beasley and Kevin Love, they're in the forward positions. And it's Randolph in at the center. Ridenour kicks to Johnson. Love outside. Beasley down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Williams, and that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Timberwolves. And he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
You got to be willing to put a body in front of him there. Easy hoop.
But you know what? I don't blame him. That's a lot of body coming at him.
Well, if you want to talk about why the Timberwolves struggled and why they did last year in particular, defense comes to mind immediately. Their opponent shot 47% from the field and 37% beyond the arc.
The dish to Ridenour. Kicks it to Love. Odom on him. Randolph up top, averaging 10 points per contest with 1 on the clock, and it's Beasley finishing it off. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter. Pulls it up. The shot by Odom, no good. Well, the Timberwolves, and here's one for you, Steve, the 4th worst defense in the NBA last season statistically. Clark, clearly plenty of room for improvement.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a physical thing for him, Kevin. Good size and strength on the wings and inside. It's all attitude, mental, disposition. You got to communicate, and it has to be a multiple effort. I mean, everybody's got to be on the same page, committed to playing defense.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Well, guys, the Timberwolves are looking to establish more of a home court advantage. I mean,
All right, fans, that was your Timberwolves dancers. Let me hear it.
Ball's knocked loose. Clark just talked about the Timberwolves at home, 12-29. That was actually their best performance at home in the last 3 seasons.
Wow.
Steve?
You could forgive these Minnesota fans for being a little frustrated. And they are in the bottom 10 in attendance. But it could be a lot worse. I mean, this team's record has been horrible the last few years. Let's hope that this club can get back on the right track and get their fans back in the building.
Here with the lead, they'd really like to finish this team off. But they just haven't knocked down the three-pointers at the same percentage that they did in the first half here in the second. So we'll see what happens going forward.
And the basket by Rubio.
Strange trend here, guys. They're totally controlling the glass, but they still trail.
You get the feeling that one is going to correct. Either they'll lose their edge on the glass or catch up in points sooner or later. We'll see.
He has 35. Shot clock at 5. Fade away. And good on the basket. Book it. 37 points for him.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Boy, what's gotten into him? He's just rolling right now.
Well, sometimes it just happens that way. All of a sudden, everything starts clicking.
Shoots it up. And Telfair with the basket on the assist by Webster.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Courtney Lee is on the wing. The tray, and that one's good. And the Rockets lead by 21.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
Dishes to Telfair. Uncovered. He squares up and sinks it.
That pass was right on the money. Set the play up perfectly.
On offense, here are the Rockets. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
That was a shocker, guys, because that had to be a tough one for them to swallow. They were supposed to win that game, but they never got going.
Yeah, and to lose it the way they did, too. I mean, that's where it really hurts, Steve. That's a hard one to take. You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Anthony Randolph, he's checked in for Tolliver. Love comes in for Marshall Webster. And it's Beasley in for Wayne Ellington. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for... Oh!
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Oh! The reverse jam, unbelievable.
Decided to go with a little trickery, went to the reverse. You got to love that.
We don't get to see too many of those.
No, we got to savor that one for sure.
Here's Beasley. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets on top, opening up a huge...
On tap next Monday, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trail Blazers take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. NBA action charges ahead. Be there.
Now let's check in with Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Will you look at the Rockets? The spark has been the solid work from their point man. His impact in this game can't be undervalued. It's largely thanks to him that this game has become a lopsided affair. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Your teammates were raving about your overall level of play in tonight's win. Did you feel like your strong performance ultimately led the team to victory?
I felt like I played a pretty good game. It's nice to hear that kind of praise coming from my teammates because their opinions mean a lot more to me than what I typically get from the media. No offense, you guys. And I'd say my play tonight was certainly a contributing factor, but there's a lot more that goes into a win than just what I'm doing.